My name is Alex Graham. This is called Qwerty Hero, and it's inspired obviously by Guitar Hero and Rock Band and those kind of games. I think they're really fun. They're really cool. It makes you feel like you're rocking out and you're playing all the songs. But the thing is, you can't take that instrument and then play it as an instrument. It's not an instrument. It's a controller. So, this idea was to take a controller, or a keyboard in this case. Eventually, I want to do a game controller, but in this case, it's a keyboard, and make that into an instrument that you can learn to play through a game, and then once the game is done, keep playing it. So the mapping I decided to do on the keyboard is called the Janko method, or the Janko keyboard. And what it does is it's basically like it's on each different row it's a whole tone scale, and then you go up a fifth. And the idea now is that if you do a major scale, which looks like this, there it is. So you have a major scale, but then what you can do is you can do that major scale in that shape anywhere on the keyboard. So you can do chords, if not really well on the keyboard, but and then if I take that same motion, I can do it anywhere on the keyboard. So that's pretty neat, and that's how Janko works. So I'm going to set the complexity to 2. This just decides what the what kind of notes it uses. So if it uses the 16th note, it's very hard to play, so I'm going to keep it pretty simple for now. Do it in minor. That happens sometimes. And now it's a bit off, but so that's the basic idea.
So you're hitting the keys as they hit the bottom.
That line, yeah, and it actually lines up pretty well. But you don't really even need the line. You do need the line, but you're doing it with the rhythm of the background music.
So cool.
So and now I'll show you what I think is the really fun part about this. I'm going to do whole tone. I'm going to drop out the lead part, and so you can play it. It's fun. Yeah, that's basically what it is. I can talk a little bit about how it works. One clever thing I think is clever. Since the Janko keyboard has duplicate notes, what it does is it decides based on the scale. If it's a major scale, it'll try and pick keys that are close together. So because the scale is kind of like this, it's all in one spot. So like when it's deciding, okay, the next note could either be a D or an O. I'm a major scale, so let's make it a D because that was closest to X. But if the whole tone, like with typing, you want to be left, right, left, right, left, right. That's much faster to type with that. So if it's whole tone and the things are across the stage from each other, it'll pick what's the farther one. So that's that, and then the melody generator and the background generator both go off the scales that you picked at the beginning, and chromatic and whole tone and major, minor, and that's easy to add different new scales to that. And basically, what it does is it takes that scale, it takes a root, and then it just kind of blows it up and fills an array list of possible pitches. Then for the background generator, it chooses. I want to add more chord rhythm shapes, but it just picks kind of different chords as it goes along. And then the melody generator, I think, is another cool thing that does is because melodies that go like this, it's just up and down, is kind of doesn't really work. So what I do is I have it so each time it goes in a certain direction, the chance of it to change directions goes up. So that actually made it. That was one of the things. You're having this algorithmic music generated at some point you'll add something, I'll just completely change the sound, and that was that for this, and it just sounded so much better once I started doing that. So I think that's it. Let's do whole tone 12. This basically just adds more rhythm possibilities into the
So this is the most difficult?
yeah. So like that would start to get pretty difficult. That would, it sounds nice, but I think if I was practicing with this, or if I was playing if I was playing this game enough, I could definitely do that. You know.
What does the horizontal? Is that where they are on the keyboard?
Yes.
Oh,
yes. Yeah, it's like 9, 8, 5,
Yeah.
0, or it might be 0. That's another problem. 0 and 0.